All right, hello everybody, it's Travis D here, and today we are playing Star Rupture. This is a playtest.
Gotcha.
Prisoner PO212, welcome to Arcadia 7. You've chosen to skip the recommended onboarding training. At the Claywood Corporation, we value that kind of confidence. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Perfect. So yeah, I did skip the tutorial. I have played a little bit of this game. I wanted to kind of get a good understanding of it, so I went through the tutorial and just kind of messed around with some of the mechanics, and I think I have a pretty good idea of how this game runs. So I figured let's go ahead and record some gameplay footage of this. The game is only available for playtest up until August 11th as the time of this video. They have been updating how often, or they have been updating the play end date, I guess. So hopefully we can have it for a little bit longer. But yeah, so first things I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these meteors destroyed.
That's a snack.
And these meteors not only have ore in them, but they also have something called a meteor heart, which I'm going to need to put down our base core, which will allow us to start building different excavators and all sorts of fun little workstations. So I think I'll go ahead and grab some of these for water. So these are hydro bulbs. They give us some water temporarily. Eventually we are able to craft like a recipe station to build, I guess, food items, water packs, etc. So typically they want you to start here, and I might go ahead and just stick with this main base area here. I do know there are quite a few resources that we'll need eventually, but the good thing about the building in this game, one thing I really love about it, is how easy it is to pick up your base and move. So if we go into our building menu, first thing we'll need to do is build a base core. Now to build, we have to craft these I guess building blocks or whatever they're called. So basically it just takes two type of ore, which we'll show here in a minute, titanium and wolfram, and then we get these little building pieces, which we can then place down our habitats or workstations. The good thing is when you disassemble it, you are able to just get the building blocks back, and you're not holding on to your workstation. So it allows for the game to be, it allows you to move your base a little bit more quickly, so you're not having to worry about management of your inventory. So anyway, let's go ahead and get our habitat put down next. That will be the next thing we're going to need. So I'll go ahead and put this, I guess it doesn't need to be connected to that. It might help, but we'll put this here. I will need to build an airlock for that. All right, and we now have our base. So next thing I want to build, I don't like how that's going through, so I can show you how this works. So we have the habitat here. Once I destroy it, as you see, we get our building pieces back. So it does, again, allow you to move your base with relative ease. So I want to have this maybe just a little bit higher. I don't want it going through or showing the ground. Okay, perfect. And then for our habitat, that there. And then we'll do our airlock. I will do it here. Maybe add a little window for funsies. And let's go ahead and build some. Can we build stairs yet? I don't think we can just yet. So let's go ahead and get in here. A few things we need to build. This is our corporate terminal. So let's say maybe right here is a good spot for it. So kind of like Satisfactory, what we will eventually have to do is, let's go ahead and claim these. These are all things that were supposed to be unlocked during the tutorial. But we do have items that we need to send through a launcher, an orbital launcher, kind of like in Satisfactory, where you send resources to your space station. So this is an analyzer. We use that to analyze different materials on the planet, and it gives us data points. With those data points, we can speed up this research. So as you see, there's 200 points to level up. So if we get enough data points, we can then get a pistol, etc. So let's see, let's go ahead and make the max amount of building, and let's go ahead and put some excavators down. So first things first, we're going to need some solar generators. So we're going to put these down first. Let's go ahead and do, well, we'll probably need quite a bit, because what I like to do is have a good amount of excavators running at once, just to make the process a little bit more quick when we're trying to send things to our space station. That should be good for right now. And then we'll get back into our building menu. And let's get an ore excavator. So probably want this to go maybe that way. We'll do another one, but we'll have it facing here so they can kind of connect. Then we have some wolfram ore over here. I'll do the same thing. So let's see. Maybe do it to the side here. Not enough resources, so we'll have to get some more ore in order to do that. Now to get ore, we have this gun, and it allows us to pull resources from the ground. So it goes a little bit slow at first. The longer you hold it, the faster it does start to mine the ore. So as you can see, it is getting a little bit quicker on the progress bar. That yellow bar is filling up, which means we're getting close to overheating, and we are overheated, so we just reload from there. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and do this next. All right, so it's not a ton, but just enough to get us some building blocks. We do get 10 per craft, so all right, that should be good for now. So let's go ahead and get some more building pieces crafted here. The basic printer, we'll just do our max amount right now. Wonder if might want to move this a different way. Actually, I kind of think it would look better. I just don't like how it hangs out over that, but I don't think I'm going to stay here for an incredibly long time. Wish there was one that was a little bit closer. I think this might be our next best option here. We'll put that there because we can move our railing around when we get to that. So next part is we got to make sure that these are connected to our electricity. So as long as the building blocks are connected to the solar panels, we are going to be able to have electricity powered up to our workstation. So build this here. Building is not stable. I think I might need to build the supported platforms here then. So let's just get maybe, oh dang it, I hate when I do that. So you can hold the right mouse button to drag and make a bigger crafting area. You just got to make sure to left click afterwards. Of course, I am going to need some more ore eventually, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and put this maybe over here. Then I want to expand this out just a tiny bit. Okay, perfect. So we've got some power. Next thing we're going to need is our smelters, which I don't think I have enough for, so I will have to get some more ore, which is not a problem. Let's go ahead and take some more of these meteors apart. We've also got some of the ore just kind of sitting around here we can pick up. I don't know how much it gives us per... Okay, so that gives us a little bit more, so it might make more sense just to go through these items here. I think that is either calcite or titanium. All right, that's calcium. Titanium ore. Got some more of these meteors here. Go ahead and take this apart. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the ore deposits on the meteor, and then it will allow you to just destroy the meteor once all of the ores are gone. You can just straight up mine the meteor itself. It just takes a long time. So it's usually just best to get the ores out of the way. Sometimes they're kind of hidden, so I'll just do the rest like that.
Acquired.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to just take some of this food stuff for the time being, because we will need that eventually. All right. Grab this as well. Great. Things are starting to come together a little bit here. I do want to move more this way towards the base, but until we get our necessities built, I can hold off on that. All right. Now we have 390 building blocks, I guess you could call them. So let's see how I want to have this set up. Let's go ahead and put a smelter. Let's make sure I have it set up the correct way. One here. Okay, perfect. I was hoping it would let me put it there. So let's do another one here. And then to connect these to the power, we can actually just use the rails. So I'll connect this one here. This one here. And make sure I have the recipe set. And we might not actually... Let me see what our orbital launcher needs us to put down first. So the orbital launcher, which is here, is where we put our shipped material at. Let's actually see what we need first. We need titanium bars. Perfect. So let's go ahead and do that. Select titanium bars here. Then we can just connect the rail there. Perfect. We've got this one good. So what I want to do is go ahead and open this up and take some of these titaniums. Probably need to see what's our smelter at. Need a little bit more for the smelter. Now, I don't think we can connect these just yet. Let me see if we have any way of connecting them together. I don't believe we have that while splitting and expanding their paths. So I don't think that's what we need. We need a merger, ideally. So I will need to get some more wolfram ore, I believe. Might have enough. Let's see if this lets me build enough to get another smelter going here. So we can get the other excavators up and running. Okay, perfect. 196. All right, that's smelter. So one here. Then we'll connect the railing to that. And that way we can at least start pulling from this machine. Once it starts producing ores for us, I'll probably need to get some more building blocks there eventually. We'll wait for this to kind of do its thing. And let's go ahead and actually build, if we can. Oh, we can't do the orbital launcher yet. Not a problem. Can do another smelter, so I will go ahead and get one put down over here for our other excavator. I don't know if we'll have enough. 14 left. I think that's going to be too far away, isn't it? Okay, nope. We have plenty. Let me go ahead and build a ladder here. And we'll want wolfram bars. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and check our... All right, so we can't do anything with that yet.
Ah, gotcha.
Take a few of those. Check this machine here, see if it's producing enough for us to... we'll just have to drag it from here, I think. That might be the best thing until we can get another orbital launcher put in. Well, let's go ahead and mine this till we need a recharge. And hopefully we'll have some backlog here eventually that we can, or bottleneck eventually that we can just pull from this for the time being. Yeah, it's gonna take just a minute to do that. Not a problem. And okay, and take off from there as well. Perfect. All right, come on, we can get up there. All right, off to a pretty good start. So we've got our titanium bars being delivered currently. We're gonna max that out right there. And then we can build some more orbital launchers to connect these all together. So let's go ahead and get back into our building menu. Let's get a few more supported platforms. Right, perfect. Not gonna let me put it right next to it. Nope, so we'll just put this right here. That's fine. And then let's go ahead and get some railing to connect these. I think we need some more. I think we need some more solar power. So let's go ahead and build some more generators here. Hopefully we have enough. We should. Okay, perfect. I'm going to connect these. Not enough resources, not a problem. We're at least producing. That's all I care about currently. And that will probably just take a while for us to get our ore from, but I'm just going to take off for now. That way. All right, perfect. And we'll have to build us some more. Let me get the ore will be built up in that here soon enough. All right, so we got multiple researches going on at once, which is exactly what we wanted. Perfect. So I'll wait for those to complete. I just kind of chose whatever. There wasn't any rhyme or reason to it just yet. Low hydration, I'm not too worried about at the current moment. All right, so we've got just one more to connect, I think, which is this one. So let's go ahead and build one more of the orbital launchers. And then we can connect that with the railing system here. All right, and then can't do that one with this. What we can do this one, so let's get that started up. Okay, things are looking good here. That's moving along all right. And yeah, things are moving here, so we'll just kind of have to wait for those to do its thing. I'm just going to take all of these just so I can build some more building blocks here. Get our platform set up a little bit better on this side because it is pretty barren. So let's probably can go ahead and do that now. Perfect. Oh, that's much better. And we'll build, we're going to do max of those as well. All right, so looking at our progress here, the first one that's going to be unlocked is our regeneration station once it is finished. So a little ways to go on that. Then we'll have our fabricator, which will allow us to craft new materials. And then let's see, recipe station will be next. I do want to get the gun and personal storage at some point. So what we can do in the meantime is we have our analyzing station. This allows us to analyze different things. So we can analyze these meteor hearts. It gives us data points and of course a codex unlock. These aren't really typically worth putting in here right away because you don't get a lot of data points from it. What we can do is, now that we have these data points, let's say we want to unlock the pistol, still have a little bit more to go there. So if we add these points, it puts us at 150. It just kind of speeds up the process of everything. So we'll just kind of have to hang tight until this thing does its job. As you can see, we're not too far off from having those completed. In the meantime, is there anything else I want to build just yet? I think that is currently about it until we unlock some more items. So what we can do is, we are kind of limited as far as how far we can go until I get a pistol, because there are 4 overheat. That's new. So I wonder if I need to get a new more solar panels down. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Put a couple more. We don't have to worry about it. Oh god, don't get stuck. Really? All right. Guess we'll just do it that way then. Whatever. Okay. Perfect. So let's see. We shouldn't have too much further to go on this one. Just about finished there. That one got a little ways to go. Same with that.
Ah, gotcha.
This one's just taking a while. So a little bit of bottleneck here. I haven't messed with these things. So this must mean, like, priority wise, how fast we want it to go. Blocked. All right. So I think that just means we have too much stuff. So ideally, we probably didn't need to have 2 of these things going at once, but certainly doesn't hurt. It just takes a while for it to research. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and explore a little bit here. Get some more materials, get away from the noise of the factory. And it might make sense to go ahead and just start harvesting some of these meteors in the meantime, just to get some more meteor hearts, get some more data points, see what other goodies and loot we can find out here in the wild. The enemies are a little tough depending on how far out we go.
Great
So
work. Future
Perfect.
Health Solutions is now receiving all requested items. New rewards and tasks are waiting for you in the terminal.
perfect. So that's good timing. So we'll go ahead and go back here and we will select a new delivery. That way we can make sure things are moving along there. We'll need some calcium ore eventually for some research, so we'll keep that. All right, so let's see what we've unlocked and then what we need to move around here. So once those are unlocked, we go back in here to our airlock. And this one is the first one, which is the regeneration chamber. Excellent. Little ways to go on that still, so let's go ahead and just put our regeneration station down. This is going to be our, well, exactly what it sounds like, regeneration. We're not going to be able to, all right,
Your
perfect.
printing point has been updated. When you happen to die, I will send your mind here, and this is where your sleeve will be printed.
Jen?
Apologies, if you happen to die.
Well, let's not die. We got 50 points to level this one up, so let's claim the pistol. Oh god.
Remember that supporting this particular company will allow you to upgrade your arsenal, which will certainly help in surviving on Arcadia.
Perfect. All right, yeah, there's still a little bit of issues with the game. It is playtest, so it's beyond early access. Let's go ahead and maybe speed this one up with some more titanium bars. These are all still good. Yeah, all right, so we're just waiting on these to complete. They might just take a little while. But we can craft our pistol now, which is great. So let's go ahead and get back in here. Oh, we already have the pistol. We need to get ammo for it. That would be the next thing. So we got pistol ammo. Have quite a bit. Now we've got a gun. So now we can get out and explore a little bit more easily. This is the one I'm really looking forward to as a personal storage. We don't have much inventory space currently. I don't know if I unlocked anything else. I don't believe I did. So we'll just kind of let that continue to do its thing until we unlock some more of the resources or more of the workstations that we need to advance. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to just kind of pick up some of these. Eventually we will need these to be stockpiled in order to unlock new recipes when we get to that point. Once we get the recipe station unlocked, we can take a look at that. That allows us to craft new material. Through that, we just need to have the items in hand to operate it. So what I'd like to do is maybe head to this area over here and get some more items picked up. Ideally, I mean, it might make sense to wait until we have a little bit more space. I know that storage container is going to be a while, but we can at least kind of get that area started up over here and loot some of the goodies that are found. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's just worth waiting until I get a storage container and maybe some additional storage space, but we can always come back to these places if we can't carry everything. Reason I'm questioning it is because at some point we will need to put in resources that you can craft in the fabricator. We do need to research those first before we can actually craft them. So I know these areas do have loot crates that will have those
Excellent work.
items in there.
The Selenian Corporation thanks you for your shipment. Your rewards are waiting in the corporate terminal.
Perfect. So we'll get back and unlock that here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and take care of this little area first. Now there'll probably be some enemies up here, but thankfully we've got our pistol now, so we're a little bit more prepared. But yeah, I'm really loving this game, man. This is, like I said, I went past the tutorial and played a little bit of it, so this is not my first impression. But my first impression is a good one. It is an amazing game. I'm having so much fun with it, and I'm going to be very sad once the play test is over. And the weight of the gun feels good. I mean, everything about this game is really well done. Okay. Looking good there. This is from the same creators of Green Hell. So if you guys, I really enjoyed Green Hell. So there is some hope that this will actually be a really good game upon release. I mean, the playtest, honestly, I haven't really ran into many issues. All right, so we'll pick up some of these things here. Let's go up here and maybe start our way from bottom down. So I think we have to maneuver our way around this way. Perfect. All right, so calcium powder, stabilizer. Here's some more spiders.
Great.
I'll let you guys pause and read that if you're interested.
Delivered.
But
The new Corporation thanks you for your shipment. You can claim your reward in the corporate terminal.
all right, data sticks are good. Those allow us to research new things. I don't need the ore. I'll leave that in there. Or the titanium ore. We've got plenty of that. That pressurized helium might be helpful. We'll hold on to that for now, but I might drop it if we find something a little bit better to swap that out with. I don't think we've checked in here yet. No. if there is anything in here. Okay, perfect. We got a storage box. So we've got unknown module. Right. Synthetic silicone. Take that for now in case we need to research something with it later. Mainframe. I'll let you guys pause and read these as well. So this is just the side effects of the LEM implementation. It's the LEM system testing report. I don't think any of these storage units can be opened. Doesn't look like it. All right, then there's one more building back here. I want to run over to check that out, and then we'll head back to our base to unlock or claim our new unlock there. Well, let's first just check and see if there's anything good in here for us. Unknown sphere, tube. Yep, we got some more fighters coming to us. I'm going to drop this. Pick up the module here. Looks like, is that just rubbish? Pretty much, yeah. All right, come on, guys. Come over here. Okay, perfect. Let's head back to our base. If you do shift and do left control, you are able to slide, so it makes you move a little bit more quickly, save you the stamina. So much fun doing that. I'm really hoping at some point they put some vehicles in the game, because the traveling does take a bit of time to get from one side to the other, because it is such a big map. I haven't seen anything about vehicles yet, but again, this is just a play test, so hopefully later on down the road they'll add some sort of vehicle in here. Even a jetpack would be great. Some of this terrain's a little rocky, so it can be a little difficult. All right, perfect. So let's get back to base. I can't pick up anything else just yet. My inventory is full. But we'll get our orbital launchers reset up. That way we can make sure we're unlocking things at a steady pace here. That's going to be really important early on to just get things researched, and maybe this won't be a permanent base, because there are other resources we're going to need to grab at some point, which will probably require us either to move or just set up a new base at a location a little further out. Okay, back at the base. Let's see if there's anything else we can unlock with titanium. We can do the titanium bars there, just speed that up a little bit. And this is wolfram ore. I don't think we have anything else we can do with wolfram. I'll just go ahead and throw it in there just to speed things up along the way. And we'll have to start making fabricators now, because we do not have use for the blocks anymore. So we've got a recipe station and a fabricator now. Perfect. So I might need to build this base out a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. First thing, let's get our recipe station down.
Congratulations. You can now unlock new functionality for your buildings at the recipe station.
But the buildings can already do these things. Why would we need to unlock anything?
Arcadia 7 is a very particular place, full of specific resources and requirements. The building's programming needs to be updated as these requirements change, to avoid unnecessarily clogging up memory as well as transfer fees.
It's the Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother.
I'll respond with one of Mr. Claywood's favorite sayings. This is exactly why you're not the richest person in the world.
I love the banter between these guys. I'm going to let this stuff kind of do its thing here.
Congratulations.
Perfect. That's
Clever
exactly what I was
Robotics
waiting
has
for.
received its order. A reward for fulfilling the order is waiting for you in the terminal.
All right, let's get some stuff out of our inventory so we can get some more space here. I will have to redesign things a little bit just to make sure we have the fabricators. So let's see what we unlocked first. Personal storage, perfect. So that is exactly what I was wanting. Let's get our storage put in here. Excellent. So first things first, let's go ahead and research some of these. These are specifically for research. Let me just check the recipe station, make sure I don't. All right, so for the calcium blocks, we're gonna need a calcium ore in that. Let's see, I don't have any of the blocks on me currently. Put one of the rotors in, put those in. I think we just have 16 of those. So as I said, once we put these items in, we're able to kind of research and hopefully unlock some of these at a certain point. So we still have a little ways to go for some of these basic building material. We can have the fabricator make, which might not be a bad idea. Same with the fruit. We're able to research with the fruit. So might as well just put this in as well. Do I have any more vegetation? We've got the aqua ones. So let's go ahead and insert those as well. Okay, so now we can start putting some of this stuff up. I don't need that anymore. These modules I can put in here to research.
Another great day for science.
Excellent. Let's see. That can go away. Put this stuff away for now. I stack these. All right, perfect. I can actually just sort that way. That might be easier. All right, great. So what else do we have unlocked that we can build? We don't have the food station yet, so we'll need to do that. But first things first, let's go ahead and get our smelters connected to fabricators. So we'll just kind of redesign things here a little bit. Pick up all of this. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're going to need smelters, of course. So let's go ahead and put these up. Let's do it right here. Here. And then we need fabricators next. Put this right in front of that.
I am detecting increased rupture activity.
Oh boy.
Prepare yourselves for a wave.
All right, so we have a wave coming in. This is the exciting part. Come on. Why won't you let me take you apart? Interesting. So let me take this one up. Oh, there we are. Had it. Want to get the fabricator put down before this wave happens. We got some time, I believe. Not much. So I'm going to get the rails connected to this real quick. Now I can go over here. Perfect. So we'll do wolfram bars here. Wolfram bars here. And we'll figure out what we need this to make after I get my platforms put in. All right, so that's sun. That's the wave. And, well, we'll see here in a minute. While we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and build some more smelters if we have the time. Uh-oh, there we go. There's the sun. This is the wave. So what happens here is our next heat wave comes. I actually need to get inside before that happens. So let's go ahead and do that. And every so often,
Rupture's eruption has started. Star Rupture has started. Hide.
how cool is that, guys? Come on.
Extreme temperature detected.
So awesome. I love that every time. It's really intense. So it basically just destroys everything, thankfully not our base. All vegetation and everything. So it's, we can't go outside. If we do, we will get a heat warning. So we want to make sure we stay inside until it is time for us to go back down. While that's happening, we do have some points. I'm not sure if there's any, I mean, a map would be great, honestly. Food station would also be good. I think a lot of this stuff we can unlock once we get our stations all put together. So I'm gonna wait for it to be good to go back out. I can insert some of these.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
This might be a better use of my resources or my data points just to unlock some of these things. Don't need to get another meteor heart. Okay, is it good to go out yet? Perfect. So yeah, how eerie is that? So freaking cool, man. I love this game. I really do, guys. It is so cool. So yeah, everything's pretty much just done. Thankfully, it does come back. Why are you not? Why are you acting up? Oh, because it's so hot. Maybe I can't do anything with it yet. That's fine. We'll go ahead and continue setting this up. Then we'll get out and explore once it's a little bit more visible out here. Let's see. I need to do fabricator. Make some room here. I think that's lined up. Maybe one more over. Yep, I think that's right. Yep, I was right the first time. Let's move that real quick here. Then we can look at what that wave has done to... Shit, I want that a little bit higher. Come on. Ideally, I want to keep this research constantly moving here. So let's get some more rails put up. E to remove temperature. Okay, cool. I haven't had to do that before, so that's good to know. Titanium. Titanium. We'll have to wait for things to cool down a little bit. So this is the world now. So it does allow us to basically puts more of the meteors on the planet. And there are these like little special ores. I haven't found a use for them yet, unless it's strictly for data points. But these are fire wave ores. I'm assuming at some point they'll probably come in handy with crafting, but I have not gotten to that point yet where we've used those. So for now, I'll just kind of hold on to them because, again, I don't know what they're going to need or what they're going to be crafted into, if anything. I do need another meteor heart, so let's go ahead and pull that up. And yeah, this is completely desolate. I love that aspect. It does kind of add some challenge to it. When I played, it didn't have the cooldown thing like this, so it might not even work. I'm not going to cool down all of this. It's just going to take too long. At least until things reset. Go ahead and just get things built, though, and get them kind of set up here. All right, perfect. We can get some more orbital launchers put down again. Ideally, this will go over one more. will let us. That might be, now it's off a little bit. Put some more of our platforms down here. Dang, I'm so close. It would be nice if they added a way to have it synced up to the input or output area. So I can try this again and get it right. I think this is where it needs to be. Okay, perfect. That should be good. So connect our railings to that. And then that's the fabricator, so we'll put more orbital launchers down, which we need more building blocks for, so we can build some of those hopefully here soon. So remove the temperature from this first.
Gotcha.
All right, then we'll get it from the Wolfram extractor as well. Perfect. So we can get some more building blocks put together here while everything continues to cool down. So let's go ahead and get those built. Here we are. All right, perfect. We can put some of this stuff up. Calcium ore. I think we actually needed that for one of our recipes. That's unlocked. Insert that. Nothing else currently, and we'll get on the food portion. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and let's see, remove temperature for the base core. So it does kind of force you to wait. I have not experienced to where it slowed down, or maybe I just didn't notice that the things were red and had to have the temperature removed. Not a problem though. It gives us some time to kind of get out and explore a little bit. We'll get some more of these meteor hearts as well. And typically it doesn't take too long for the temperature to return completely to normal. Anything else? All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm very excited to dive deeper into this game. I have a lot, and I mean a lot of hours in Satisfactory. It's these first-person like factory building games that I absolutely love, and this one is no exception. It's such a great game so far. I'm definitely excited to see how it plays out after the playtest, hoping that they, you know, obviously can adjust maybe some optimization issues here, because there are some lag spikes, especially when we get further out. We'll probably notice those a little bit more. But overall, it's ran really, really well for it being as early as it is. I'm gonna hold on to one of those meteor hearts for now. I don't think I need any of this other stuff currently, but we can hold on to it and just put it into the fabricator. Oh yeah, I need to build orbital launchers here as well, so let me get that. Close enough. I need to figure out what we want to craft next. It'll be a little off, but that's all right. Okay, so we need titanium rods. How do we do that? Titanium rods. Over here, we can do titanium rods. That in there. Which one was that? That is Selenian Corporation This one needs titanium beams. Can we make those yet? Yes, we can. So we'll select that. And do the same thing for this one. Did I make 2 fabricators by accident? I meant to put orbital launchers in here instead. That was my mistake. Do the orbital launchers. Little off. I don't think these are going to line up perfectly though. Yeah, I don't think they have a way of, at least I haven't figured out how to get them to line up perfectly just yet. All right, so for this, we need Wolfram plates. Are we able to make those yet? Oh, and yeah, as you can see, the cool thing, the vegetation is slowly starting to come back. The world's becoming green again, and it's very casual, or very gradual, I should say, how everything returns, which is just so freaking cool to watch. All right, so we need Wolfram plates for this. Go ahead and choose that. And let's see what else. This is Wolfram wire. Can also make, so let's go ahead and do that as well.
A biologist placeholder dialogue.
What? And yeah, now we just gotta wait for everything to get started back up and cool down so we can get back to work here. As you can see, the world
Arcadia
is
7
there. You go.
Finished regenerating.
World is slowly coming back. Let's go ahead and get some more solar put down as well. Not get stuck in this thing again, and things are moving forward. Awesome. Well, this seems like a good place to go ahead and wrap up this video. We got quite a bit done, and we are making good progress here. So a few things that we're looking to unlock. Well, let's kind of take a look here. I do want to get a map first and foremost. And let's see, we got our helium extractor being worked on, a food station being worked on, and then the map is also being worked on. So I have a little ways to go to that. I might go ahead and add the 890 points to that just to get things moving here. And then a storage depot will be nice once we build a fabricator to build ourselves some more building materials, so we don't have to keep coming in here each time to do that. So we'll build a few more of these. Great. All right, guys, I think I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. If it is your first time at the channel, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.